Next up at UFC 315, we have the main event of the evening. We have Belal Muhammad defending his belt for the very first time, and he's taking on Della Maddalena. Belal Muhammad, 24-3 in his career, 5-0 in his last 5, and as I mentioned, stepping into his first title defense. He's taking on Della Maddalena, 17-2 in his career. He is also 5-0 in his last 5, riding a 17-fight win streak. Belal Muhammad, as we all know, non-stop wrestler, averages more than 2 takedowns per 15 minutes. He's got solid fight IQ. He knows when he should wrestle. He knows when he should strike. For example, when he beat Gilbert Burns, no takedowns at all. When he beat Sean Brady, no takedowns at all. When he fought Leon Edwards, takedowns. He has a reputation for being a boring wrestler, but the reality is he'll come forward and needs to do what he needs to do. He'll either wrestle or he'll strike. He's got decent striking, and while it may not win him fights at the highest level, it has certainly contributed to his rise to the top. He was supposed to fight Shavkat a few months ago. He got injured. Then they were going to rebook it here. Shavkat's injured, so JDM steps up.
You know, he literally, I don't know if you heard this week, that because he had that, Belal pulled out because he had that toe infection or like a bone infection or whatever.
Staph infection, yeah.
Literally was like in his bone. I guess the doctor said, like, literally, if you were diabetic, I would have just immediately cut the toe off. Like, thank God that you are like a fit, like, fucking human, because that, but I guess what happens with diabetics, the reason why I get amputated is they get bone infections and then they just don't have you just can't cut it off. So you got to cut off the infection before it keeps spreading because their body literally can't fight the infection.
Oh, I thought their toes I thought they lose their toes because they like died from circulation.
No, they get infections and they can't stop the spread of the infection. So they literally have to just cut it off though. Jesus. So he literally told Belal, like, listen, this is so bad right now. If you were diabetic, wouldn't even think twice. I would just cut your toe off and just move on about our day. Like, that's how bad it was.
Damn, that's crazy. I didn't know that. I do know there's some like super high level jiu-jitsu guys that have cut off their pinky toe because they keep breaking it. And
it's interesting too that people always talk about Jack's arm. Like, I don't know about Jack. Your arm is like your fucking arm. Like, it's not a joint. It's like, fuck, if it's good to go. But nobody mentions Belal's fucking toe that he almost fucking lost because a toe is an issue. We got Darius Garland for the Cavs. That motherfucker's been out like 3 weeks with like a sprained toe. Nobody knows why. He's not fucking playing. But as a Pacer fan, hey, rest up, kid. You get him next year.
Fucking Conor McGregor didn't fight because of a broken toe. I get it. We have Della Maddalena on the other side. Jacob mentioned the broken arm, which is why we haven't seen him in quite a bit. His last win was last year over Gilbert Burns, where he was taken down 7 times, but weathered that storm, got the knockout in the 3rd. Overall, he's a high-volume striker. He's got an incredible jab. He plots forward. He pumps that jab. It is snappy. He keeps it in your face. He's got good power. He'll take big steps. He'll restart a cycle. His nose faces the wrong direction, and a reporter had the nuts to ask him about that. Not what happened to your nose, but, hey, if you win the belt and you make some real money here, you're going to get your nose fixed?
Are you fucking jacking my video? That was my tweet.
I didn't see your tweet. I saw it on TikTok.
That literally they must have jacked my fucking, I'm the one that put down, it's got like 200,000 views or something.
It's from the public press conference.
I understand that, but I clipped it out and I said that he got pissed off. It's got 200,000 views.
Oh, no, I didn't see your tweet. I saw it on TikTok. Congratulations.
I'm the one that clipped that out and put it on fucking Twitter. Yeah, they asked him, are you going to fix your nose? And he said, good one.
Yeah, it is a fucked up question to ask. It's like, dude, like.
It's not really fucked up. It's just like.
It's just rude.
It's low-hanging fruit. I mean, it's just like.
And it's rude. Like, who gives. Like, you're talking about his fucking.
What about Belal's nose?
So, this is an interesting fight because we have grappler versus striker, and Della Maddalena has proven in multiple fights, both with Gilbert Burns and with the Basel Hafez fight, that he can just weather the storm. He can keep coming. He's not going to get discouraged by being taken down, because I do fully expect Belal Muhammad to come in here and get a bunch of takedowns, certainly early. And if Jack starts to take over and makes Belal pay for entry after entry, then the takedowns will be farther and farther away. He'll have less and less success. I am going to pick Belal here. Jacob and I, the spectrum we talked about in the last, when we picked the co-main event, we were about here on opposite sides of the pick. I imagine we're going to be pretty far apart on this pick here.
How big is it?
For me, here. For you, here. I am on the Belal side here because I think he just gets the takedowns. Like, we don't need to overcomplicate this. I think Belal will come forward and get the takedowns. And then we've seen that Jack can be taken down. This notion that he doesn't get taken down is crazy. He got taken down 7 times in his last fight. Basel Hafez was tossing his ass all over the place. And yes, he won both of those fights. And that's fine. And that actually is a testament to him not getting frustrated, him not quitting. Jack Della Maddalena did to Gilbert Burns what Carlos Prates could not do to Ian Gary. Almost win with a late rally. I'm going to pick Belal. I think he just is perfectly fine coming forward, being a boring wrestler.
I want to say this is one of the 3 takedowns he got. Oh, there's a sprawl.
Who got 3 takedowns?
Basil.
Oh.
He was 3 of 20. He defended 7. That's the one of the takedowns. You see what Jack did there? What a fucking dumbass. Watch it again, Angelo. Here's one of the 3 takedowns. Oh, sprawl, boom, defended it. Oh, I'm just kind of on a choke
Pulled
here. Maybe
guillotine.
a Dars, maybe
pulled it.
Oh,
Fake
and then,
guillotine.
There's a takedown. Get a fucking, go ahead.
Listen, Belal Muhammad is a better wrestler. I think Belal Muhammad gets it done. And I know it's cool to hate on Belal. He's the Nickelback. That's not a metaphor. Is that a metaphor? No, it's not a metaphor. That's the comparison I like to make. He's like the Nickelback of MMA. It's fun to hate on him, but the dude just wins. He's got hits. He's getting it done. He's not as boring as everybody says he is. Belal Muhammad's the pick. I'm on that side. Jacob, what are you thinking?
I mean, your dog is
crying
Tiffany
would get the
crying
fuck
for
up.
you, crying for Belal betters, crying for. It's going to be a lot of tears this week. And let's get one thing straight here. What does it say? What does that say?
Fake.
What does that say?
Belal.
What does that say?
Fans.
Let me ask you another question, Angelo. As a percentage, 100% real question. As a percentage of everyone that is on Belal Muhammad this week versus Jack Della Maddalena, how many of them do you think were betting Belal Muhammad against Leon Edwards? That is a percentage.
I would assume a very low percentage. I think they all were.
I would probably put that about 5% were saying that Belal Muhammad was going to beat Leon, and now they're still on Belal Muhammad. Let me ask you another question, Angelo.
Yes.
Who was very, very high, extremely confident in Belal Muhammad to beat Leon Edwards? Do you know what person?
His mother, Mrs. Muhammad.
Let's try and be on topic.
Okay.
Let's try to not be funny. Let's try to just really stay on
Got
topic so we can continue with the breakdown and not get sidetracked.
Yes.
Do you know somebody that you might do the channel with that was extremely high on Belal Muhammad to beat Leon Edwards?
Giordani was also very high on
Okay,
Belal
you're going to
Muhammad.
continue with this kind of situation. He was my lock of the week versus Leon Edwards. I was the most, and the same people that are telling me that I'm an idiot for picking against Belal were telling me I was an idiot back then, but I knew who Belal Muhammad was. I knew who Leon Edwards was, and I literally said that he was going to dog walk Leon Edwards, if not find a finish in that fight, because Leon is a soft dude that you can pressure, take down, and the guy doesn't give a shit. He's got no grit, no heart. And what happened in that fight? Belal Muhammad did not fucking dominate fucking shit. He got that takedown in the first 15 seconds, and I smiled on stream. I smirked because I thought it was going to be that for 25 minutes. It fucking wasn't. That guy was losing scrambles. He got his back taken. He was getting tired. He ended that fight mounted, split, bloody, looking for the final bell, and that was after only shooting 13 takedowns. He got 9 of them very easily. Leon does not really put up much of a fight to get the takedowns. Once you get him to the ground, he's just going to kind of lay there and just hope to not get submitted, hope to not get finished because, the next round starts on the feet and we'll get him next time. This guy, Leon Edwards, in his corner between rounds, telling his corner to shut the fuck up while they're trying to motivate this guy. That's the type of fighter that Belal Muhammad was fighting in the last fight. It should have been easy. It should have been complete domination from bell to fucking bell, and it fucking wasn't, because Belal Muhammad doesn't have the type of control to be able to control the people, to be able to be dangerous enough in the submission game, so they can just kind of find to sit there and fucking stall out. Also, during those takedowns, if you actually fucking give a shit, which Leon did a couple times, you can hit switches on this guy. You can Grammy roll on this guy. He doesn't just fucking hold you. He can reshoot takedowns, but if you get in an advantageous position, all of a sudden you're on this guy's back and he doesn't know how to get out of that position. Because people, for some reason, believe in their fucking minds that this guy Belal Muhammad is Merab Develieshi. That motherfucker has shot 40 fucking takedowns in a fight before and not looked tired. The most takedowns Belal Muhammad ever fucking shot was 13 in his last fight against the guy that just lets himself get taken down. Once he's on the ground, he just kind of lays there, doesn't give a shit. He got 9 of 13 takedowns and almost fucking died when Leon Edwards didn't make him work for a fucking second in that fight. Even when Leon was on this guy's back, Belal's just fucking didn't make him work a fucking second. I know somebody that's going to make this guy work. I know somebody that's not going to just fucking lay there. I know somebody that's been working with Craig Jones, who we saw improve the crazy situations and weird little switches and stuff you can hit with Volkanovski versus Islam and all the grappling Volkanovski did. Right? Della Maddalena's already got good takedown defense. Defended 17 fucking takedowns versus Basil, a big fucking dude. That was after he cut weight twice in 2 weeks against a pressure wrestler that shot 20 fucking takedowns. He held his own through 3 rounds. He fucking dominated that fight. He dominated Kevin Holland, had a shattered arm versus Gilbert Burns. And you know what he didn't do? Get down on himself. You know what he didn't do? Fucking quit. The corner told him straight up, hey, could be 1-1, but you probably need a finish. He said when he was on the ground, I'm going to get back up, and when I do, I got to make him pay. That's exactly what fucking happened. This guy is not back up, wait for counter-strike. Leon Edwards taken down. Oh, come on, Leon. You got to fucking... This guy's a fucking killer. He's a fucking assassin. What I love the most, that really made me the most confident I had ever been in Della Maddalena, was they asked him, how do you see this fight going? He said 3rd round KO. He didn't say 1st round because he understands there's going to be an early storm. Belal probably is just going to pressure, get on his hips, get a couple takedowns. Jack's going to make him fucking work. Jack knows he's going to make him work on the ground. He's not going to settle into positions. On the feet, he's going to be ripping the body. Leon doesn't fucking box to the body. He fucking throws kicks. He couldn't throw kicks because he was scared to get taken down. So then he just headhunt. Della Maddalena is going to make this guy pay on the ground by making him work. Once they're on the feet, he is going to be working the body against this guy. And we already saw Belal almost die, shooting only 13 takedowns in a 5-round fight where he had 13 minutes of control. Leon didn't even make him work. This guy's going to get beaten, worked down, and once he can't get those takedowns that he set up with the boxing versus Leon, because the boxing's not going to be there versus Della Maddalena, he's getting fucking put away. I said 2nd or 3rd round. Jack said 3rd round. I'll go with 3rd round. I'm happy with that. He can't fucking box with this guy. He's not going to get the takedowns. If he does, he's not going to have the control because Jack's going to be fucking scrambling nonstop. He's going to make this guy work, and Della Maddalena is going to fucking dominate this fight and probably find a finish in the 3rd round.
Listen, I'm on the opposite side, obviously. I'm not gonna fight you on it. I think I get your points. They're valid points. I saw the same scrambles you saw in that Belal versus Leon Edwards fight. Obviously a little nerve-wracking if you're on the Belal side. I also saw Jack get taken down 7 times by Gilbert Burns. And if he doesn't land that knee, he'd lose that decision very, very clearly. Very clearly. So 2 extra rounds to work with.
And a lot of those were open mat takedowns where Belal, a lot of times, he is using pressure boxing to get people against the fence, that he can set up a double leg, that he switches to that high crotch, and those are a lot of his takedowns. He's not going to get those takedowns against Della Maddalena. Della Maddalena is getting taken down with like blast doubles, open, you're cutting the angles. Belal he definitely can't wrestle like that for 25 fucking minutes. He's got to pressure people back with his boxing, get up against the fence so he can get that high crotch. You're not just grabbing a high crotch in the middle of the fucking octagon. You got to pressure people back. He doesn't have the blast doubles to affect a guy like Della Maddalena. It's going to be a problem.
Yeah, listen, I actually am looking forward to this fight. I'm looking forward to this fight. It's an intriguing matchup, and we'll find out because Belal, to get to the title, basically cleared out the division. After, let's say he beats Jack. So,
and let me say this too, real quick. I believe that this is the worst. I still think Belal smoked Shavkat. I think it's a much different fight. Shavkat will settle.
Ian Gary.
He will settle into positions on the ground, and Belal can do what he needs to do. I actually think that Belal probably beats Ian Gary. I think he can out-muscle and out-tough a guy like Ian Gary, who also will probably settle into kind of a, the shoot-a-box jiu-jitsu game a little bit too much. I think the Buck fight is probably a very competitive fight. I just think Jack Della Maddalena is the worst in matchup for him because he will not settle on the ground. Belal doesn't have the good enough control if you're not just settling like a guy like Leon, or if you're up against the fence like a guy like Wonder Boy and stuff like that. It just feels like not settling is going to be Jack Della Maddalena his biggest asset. He knows that, and that's gonna be a problem for Belal. Just make him work.
It'll be interesting because to get to the title, Belal beat basically everybody. Obviously, since he got here, Ian Gary, this dude's like cleared out. What about Ian Gary? The Ian Gary who lost the shot.
Did you hear?
He's 1-1 his last fucking
Jack
2
Della
fights.
Maddalena said about Ian Gary.
What?
And I couldn't find the tweet, but somebody said, I have a feeling the way that Jack Della Maddalena acts, because he's a very quiet, fucking humble, it seems like a humble guy. Somebody said, I have a feeling that behind closed doors, this guy's kind of like a fucking killer. There's something about the way that he talks. He's kind of a wild dude. And at the press conference, they asked him about Ian Gary and his son and giving him M&Ms and whatever. And he just ran out of fucking nowhere. I was watching it live and I went, did he just say that? He goes, I honestly don't think that's his son. And somebody, dude, out of nowhere. And somebody goes, I know for a fact now that behind the scenes, this dude is a fucking wild dude. Because that's just randomly off the cuff,
thing to say.
Monotone, I just don't think that's his son. It's like, holy shit. Now people are like, holy shit, he's a Chad. He's going to fucking steamroll Belal. I literally was watching it live and I was like, did he just say that? I was like, what the fuck? Out of nowhere.
That is a funny thing to say. Jesus. I mean, this should be a good main event. I'm looking very much to it. DraftKings Fantasy, pick your side. If you're on the Belal side already, then great. $8,700 would be the best you've ever spent on salary. Jack Della Maddalena at $7,500. If you think he gets it done, if you think he finds a finish, $7,500 is going to be well worth that money as well. You have 5 rounds to work with if it goes that long. You can check out every single pick, bet, and tool right now on the website, wewantpicks.com. We have everything you ever need heading into a fight week. Couple of super chats from Anvi, $1.99. He said, Gilbert Burns said he thinks JDM wins, and Gilbert fought both. And he also said Belal's going to hell for lying about takedowns. I don't know what that means, lying about takedowns.
Well, he said he wasn't going to shoot takedowns. They asked him again, and he was like, yeah, I'm going to. And they asked Jack, do you think he's going to shoot takedowns?
Of course he is. Yeah, of course.
Jack's like, I promise you, he's going to shoot takedowns.
No
and they
shit.
asked, the other thing Jack said that was pretty funny. They asked, Belal says he's going to break you or something. And he was like, honestly, I'll be embarrassed if he breaks me. He's like, he literally was like, he doesn't break any. He literally said, I'll be pretty embarrassed with myself if he fucking is able to break me.
Well, the
this guy
viral
Jack,
stat.
his demeanor is and I agree. When I saw that tweet, I was like, I can see it. Him being just fucking angry, you saw that nose comment. He's like, good one. All of a sudden, he almost lost it for a second. That's the type of stuff he fights with. He doesn't show it, and he's not fucking in your face. But when it is go time, one of my favorite things too, not to go off too much of a tangent, but after the Pete, I think it was the Pete Rodriguez fight, they asked him about a big fight or something, or the bright lights or whatever, and he's like, honestly, I was waiting to get nervous, I was waiting for that feeling of here we go, this is a big fight or whatever. He's like, but I never felt it, so I just fucking started fighting. It's like, Jesus, dude, this guy's cold as ice.
Well, long term, this fight has a lot of implications. Short term, it's better if Belal wins, because if Belal wins short term, we will get Islam versus Ilya at UFC 317. Huge fight. Great fight. Huge fight. Looking forward to it. Long term, if Jack Della Maddalena wins, then Islam moves up, and we have 2 new divisions. 155, brand new division, right? Islam basically cleared that whole thing out already. And in 170, brand new division, new champion. How big is Islam? So long term, it is better. if Belal doesn't win. Short term, I want him to win because I will be at UFC 317, and I'd rather have fucking Ilya and Islam. That's a great main event. I want that.
That is a shame that's
hinging on this. Yeah,
because Dana literally confirmed it today at the press conference. They were like, Ilya said that this fight determines his fight. Is that true? And he's like, it's pretty much true. Yeah.
Which I get. It makes sense.
They're like, Ian Gary's the backup fighter. Is he getting the next title shot then? And Dana was like, let's just see how everything plays out.
Yeah. Well, the funniest part about that narrative is that means this could be a drag him out, hell and back war, and Belal loses a bad decision, and like, well, fuck it, Islam's moving up. You don't get a rematch. You don't get a rematch. Islam's moving up.
I think they're pretty excited to try and dump Belal.
I imagine so. And one more comment. So obviously Jacob is back, and the comment here is he came back. He told the truth. Reminds me of somebody else. Is he talking about Jesus? Is that who he's talking about? I think he's literally talking about Jesus.
Would I compare myself to a guy like Jesus on a day we got our new Pope Bob? Right? We got a Pope Bob the first. Would I put myself in the conversations of a Pope? Of a Jesus, of a, by the way, Pope, is from Chicago. It's a Midwest guy. I'm a Midwest guy, right? I think Jesus was a Midwest guy, right? Abe Lincoln was, his boyhood home was in Indiana. He's a Midwest guy, right? Larry Bird, Midwest guy. Dave Letterman, right? Jim Gaffigan, Midwest guy. Caitlin Clark, that's a Midwest female, right? Kanye West, yay. He's from Chicago, right? The Bears, right? We got the Cubs, Midwest, right? We got.
Are you just listing
Illinois.
things in the middle of the country?
I don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about anymore. Oh, would I compare myself to Jesus? No. But if you want to, I could see it.